A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas, ed est un muy gran milagre, vos direi que me juraron, come es de bona vida, e por verdad demostraron, que fezo Santa María de Montserrat te contaron, to que fezo una volome por mostrar sas aboledas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofrer que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas, este con otra gran gente veno y en Romaria, e acoius a un hombre con que fiu compañía, e quando chegou a noite os dineiros que tragia, che furtuda esmolneira por crecer en sas requedas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas. Otro día de mañana, des que as misas oíron, os que allí algaron, la iglesia se saíron, mas el en sair non pode, esto muito sobiron, canon di Santa María, que con Dios las altezas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas, hasta que ben rependido você ben manifestado, de todo cuanto furtara hubes a otro dado, de que dices ante todos de cómo había errado, esa hice con vergüenza por sas masas ruguetas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas, toda que esta sai foi feito cao quizá verdadeira, Madre de Deus piadosa, santa e muy justitera, que non quis que en sa casa fosse ternula manera, feitas cosas desquizadas, ben cubitas per pobrenas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas. A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa fatan furtos nen viledas.
yeah, more Manor Lords. Hello, welcome back everybody. Good to see you all here for some news regarding Manor Lords and a few things related to Frostpunk 2. And there's even an Xbox event today, which might actually show more gameplay footage of those two things, of both Manor Lords and Frostpunk 2, and a few other things as well. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be live in about an hour, and so we're going to take the next hour to take a look at some of the things that we may have missed regarding Manor Lords, and a new Manor Lords trailer. A Manor Lords, on their official YouTube channel just an hour or two ago, has dropped a new trailer for their release date. We already knew it was going to be in April 26th. It'll be out on pretty much everything in early access, including Gamepass, which is cool, which is why it may be a part of this Xbox event today. But they did release a new trailer on their official page, and so we're going to go see if there's new footage and any other little secrets in there. It might be the exact same trailer. It might be something different. I don't know. But I thought I'd be here with you guys as we break that down, and then some more stuff regarding Frostpunk 2. Now, here's the thing. Manor Lords, highly anticipated. You guys are super excited. So am I. We've been wanting to play that one since the demo, like 2 years ago? Feels like 5 years ago at this point. But also, Frostpunk. Because Frostpunk 2 is around the corner now, even though if you go to Steam and look up Frostpunk, it doesn't give an actual date, but in their trailer description it does. We're probably going to be playing that again too. And also there's a new game out today called News Cycle, which you may have seen a video earlier on the channel as well, which plays a little bit like Frostpunk and a little bit like Anno 1800 for sure. So there's a lot of cool, like, challenging city builders, like brutal hardcore. Like, I feel like this game is going to be hardcore Manor Lords. You know, in terms of its realism and attention to detail and its medieval warfare and blood and guts and gore and mud and everything like that. But also, you know, hopefully Frostpunk will be that same way too, of the whole hard decisions type thing. But anyway, welcome back. Smash like if you're here watching on YouTube. Exclamation point Twitch in the chat too, by the way, if you guys want to jump over on the Twitch channel as well. We'll be seeing a lot of new games here in about 47 minutes from Xbox. So I'm excited because by the way, remember, a lot of people think the Xbox event just means console games, which is not necessarily true. Xbox is both a developer and a publisher, and also has their Game Pass as well. So games that might not have anything to do with Xbox, as in made by other people, like Manor Lords, will be on Game Pass. So there's a lot of big news today. So it all comes together in yet another perfect alignment of gaming. Hey, what's up, Boothers? Yeah, Boothers is part of the reason why we're going live with this news today as well. Now, I think it might be an old trailer. This might all be old news, but still, it's good to get excited about new games, especially Manor Lords. So we'll see how it all goes. So anyway, let's jump into the Manor Lords new trailer and see what they have in store for us for the new Xbox trailer, or whatever it may be, or whatever, from Manor Lords. Then we'll take a look at some Frostpunk stuff, and we'll have some chats. We're all going to speculate about what might be coming down the pipe for Manor Lords and Frostpunk and everything else. All right, well, thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you're all well, and welcome aboard. Let's go ahead and jump in. Let's go. So Manor Lords. Okay, so this trailer was just dropped just like a couple of hours ago. So we're going to take a look and see what it's all about. Let's go.
You have been chosen.
I'll leave the subtitles on. I think this is the same one, but we'll see.
To govern a land of great peril and promise. It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry.
Oh, right. YouTube's just slow now. Okay, we won't watch in 4K. We'll just do 1080p, whatever. Come on, YouTube. Jeez.
But there is another threat. An illegitimate baron who claims the northern territories as his own. Will you prove yourself worthy of this honor? Or will you perish by the traitor's steel?
Oh, this might be a more eccentric Xbox trailer because of the event today. We might see this trailer again at the event. Ah, Fritz! There he is, our boy, Fritz! Let's go! Bro, this looks great. Ooh, new policies, yeah. There's our tech wheel, yeah. Unit designer, yep. Ooh, the rain.
Here we go, boys!
To arms, man!
Man, does that look good. I think that's the same trailer, but damn. All right, so confirmation on Steam, GOG, and Game Pass, and April 26th. We did know this all before, but I think the trailer has been remixed a little bit for today's event. The developer, by the way, is still on Twitter asking it, like, making changes and tweaks to the game, like, pretty much every day, and showing images like, yeah, I'm not really happy with how the thatch roofs look. Here's 7 different thatch roofs that I've designed. Which one do you guys like best? And it's like, bro, all of them. They're all good. Could you put them all in? Only 2 can survive. You guys battle it out. The guy who's making this game is very much like Uthris, where it's like, there's like, he'll make 8 beautiful things and then ask you which one is your favorite and destroy the other 7. And it's like, how could you do that? How could you do that? It all looks good. He seriously does that. There's systems in the game, like character models. Like he'll. I think one of the things that I saw was hilarious is there was a bunch of women that he designed dresses for with different types of. I think it was casual wear or something like that. And he designed a bunch of different outfits and was like, "Yeah, I had a little extra spare time today, so I made like a bunch of extra outfits or something like that." And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'll keep them, but it's pretty cool. Okay, bye." I was like, "Wow." The guy designed like like something like a cap or something, and these beautiful like dresses and skirts and blouses and things, and he was just like, yeah, I don't know if I like it, might not get in the final game, hope you guys like it, bye. It's like, wow. That guy is just super talented, and then just kind of isn't, he's never satisfied. This is a very difficult game for him to make because he's not this dude's a perfectionist would probably be an understatement, but hey, if you're making a game, you want it to be the best game ever that you could make, then yeah. Let's watch that trailer again because it's so good. Also, I appreciate how it opens up with the winter, which immediately confirms seasonal cycles, which immediately confirms, having to grow crops within those cycles too.
You have been chosen to govern a land.
This hurts, by the way. Watching this just makes me want to go and play the demo, and then I realize, well, the demo's not a thing. Now, we are getting a Steam Next event, by the way, next month, so there's a possibility we could get a demo, but that's 0.0001%. Like, I don't think we'll ever get a demo. But, like, whenever Steam Next event comes, I think, Manor Lords was, like, the best demo I ever played. And then I think to myself, wait a minute, that game's coming out this year. That's just a few months away. And be like, is it going to happen, please? It won't, but, I can still hope, you know what I mean?
And of great peril.
Actually, I'll be honest. This demo for Manor Lords and Pacific Drive are probably the 2 best demos I've ever played. Dave the Diver and Dredge were good. Their demos were good and made me want to play the full game. But Dredge and Manor Lords with their Pacific Drive and Manor Lords with their demos were outstanding. The only evil thing the devs did for Manor Lords is they made it so you couldn't save. So every time we streamed it or would do a video series on Manor Lords, we'd have to restart, which was like, all right, yeah, all right. You can't let us get away with something for free, especially when you wanted us to buy it. But it looks so cool, all the fire and stuff.
You have been chosen to govern a land of great peril and promise. It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry, but there is another threat. An illegitimate baron who claims the northern territories as his own. Will you prove yourself worthy of this honor?
By the way, this shot right here was very much like Saving Private Ryan. After the D-Day landings, it's like that night and it starts to rain and there's like a thunderstorm or a lightning storm in the background. And the troops are walking across the horizon. You can see the trees in the background like that.
Is as his own. Will you prove yourself?
Look at those colors, by the way. The only game that I've ever seen have not better trees, but like when I noticed Austrive, when Austrive came out, I was like, damn, I didn't realize how much like the world of city builders like are beautiful. And so Farthest Frontier, Manor Lords, and Austrive, those 3 games, Austria, Manor Lords, and Farthest Frontier, those games do trees amazingly well. They're all different, but damn, it's incredible. They've done a really good job with the trees.
Worthy of this honor, or will you perish by the traitors?
Looks fantastic. I agree, yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Broken Arrow was fun, too. Yeah, I'd probably put Broken Arrow in there as well, but that was just like one mission. But, yeah. Also, I think this is the only thing that was, like, new in the trailer. Like, I'm sure he put this in here just to confirm, like, it is on Game Pass. This could be the exact same trailer, but I don't know why he chose today of all days to upload it when we knew this info months ago, you know? But, you know, whatever. Fritz! Wait a minute. That's the first time I've seen a dog. Hold on. There's a doggo just sitting right there. Wonder if that means people in the village will keep pets, or maybe if is that a hunting dog, maybe? That'd be really interesting if a hunter actually got the hunters get dogs or something like that. That's something in Stronghold. That could be a shout out to Stronghold, where you get the hunter gets a dog. And of course also in what's the other game they get it? Actually no. Farthest Frontier they don't get a dog, but yeah, rare doggo. I didn't even really notice that before. I feel like we got to break down every scene. Also, a lot of things are still work in progress. Keep in mind that when Frostpunk comes out, sorry, not Frostpunk. When Manor Lords comes out, it will release into early access. So as good as this looks, it is not a complete game. So there may be problems and things that you don't like. And the developer, the dude is listening so much to feedback that like I'm not even worried. Like honestly, people say games could be overhyped, but you know what I am? I'm under concerned. That's what it is. Like I think this is going to be a good game. And any sort of surprises that we would normally see, like microtransactions or incomplete things or crashes or like, I don't know, shady business, I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about the shady business at all. Hooded Horses also released the original trailer from 2020. Let's watch that too. Looks like a Greyhound. Oh, the dog, yeah. Wait a minute. Hooded Horse released the original trailer from 2020? You want to compare the two? Because he recently got the new publisher, I think maybe... Actually, wait. I think it was in 2022 when he got Hooded Horse as a publisher, because that's when the demo came out. And Hooded Horse kind of urged him to make a demo, which was a really sound business decision. By the way, the ground looks much better than that. That ground actually kind of looks very incomplete. But even the demo looked way better than that. Oh well. By the way, the home building and stuff, I love this. I really want, Farthest Frontier kind of does this too, where it shows rafters and foundations and things like that. But also, Ostrave. Those 3 games have done a great job with showing buildings having multiple stages of construction, and Manor Lords has it where it's almost like every beam of every home you can actually see delivered to the site, or like the logs brought somewhere. The workers then cut those, like either they debark, they cut something into a piece of wood and then like put it into position, like whatever type of material that's needed. Like you take a log and then cut it into planks or cut it into a beam, and then they actually do it on the site. That's amazing. See, this was my favorite part of the game too, was the putting, like when you would basically build all the homes and then you would make enough room for the plots to have like a carrot farm or like a little like chicken coop or something behind. These houses were all self-sufficient, but then you would give them more food later. Like everybody could grow their own food, but then also they would work as a farmer too. And so there was so many ways to do that. And it was all based on design too, where like if you gave them more room, they would have a better output. But I think Fabledom does that as well, but it's a little different. Yeah, I'm under concern, right? These graphics are Anno 1800-esque, and if not better. Yeah, and Anno looks great, but this is kind of like a... One thing that's going to happen in this game is you're going to have to manage multiple regions. So, like, when you build a city, you're not going to be building a city and that's it. You're going to be building multiple cities that specialize in multiple things. So it's like, oh, this land over here is really fertile, so this is perfect for farming, but this land over here has iron, so obviously you need to mine that. So you can build 2 different cities that, you know, the farming city helps to feed everybody, the mining city helps to then, you know, have a blacksmith to make tools for the farmers, and it's a cycle, you know. And then those guys could also make weapons, and then you have a military that helps to capture another region, and then that region specializes in, I don't know, lots of flowers for honey or something like that, and then you can export honey for money, and that helps to fund the war effort, that kind of thing. Crazy. Yo, Kind Kyle, welcome aboard as a bear cub, and thank you very much to Levi for the 2, dude. Appreciate the support as well. Thank you guys for all the support. And then all the overviews and stuff too. I feel like a lot of stuff here is going to look a little different. Like, again, going back to what I said about the ground, I think this ground looks okay. It almost looks like when people make a layout, it almost looks like carpet or like artificial turf, like AstroTurf. But I think they're going to make this look even better. Or it already probably does. Like, I played the demo, and yeah, that's more like accurate right here. Like this, although this is like autumn, and that winter. It looks more like that, where things are more muddy, and there's more mud and dirt and less grass. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so here's one thing too that we covered before is the work in progress. This says policies. So we've seen development before. I think that's your research tree. Then there's your policies, which is like your book of laws from Frostpunk or something like that. But gives back 10% of the surplus food to the church and converts it to influence. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. That's the development tree. Yeah, so this has, like, on the left side, it's farming. At the bottom, it's, like, metalworking. At the top, it's, like, animal husbandry, I think, and maybe working the land and plowing. Actually, I think on the left, it might be more, like, hunting and gathering, maybe. And then the right is trading. Was that a bear? He just clicked on a bear paw. How dare he? Okay, this is awesome. It looks like there's troop customization right there on the right side. You see personalization. I think we've gone over all this stuff, but I honestly have forgotten a lot of it because I'm mostly excited about the buildings, you know, like putting down a building and watching it get constructed is absolutely mesmerizing. Well, this is cool. You see the troops' name, how many foes they've defeated, maybe armor upgrades, and then you can personalize them, which means you can color all the armor and stuff. So I think you might be able to do different types and then also color them, which is amazing. Plus, it looks to be that the more skilled they become in battle, you might get to choose a perk or multiple perks based on the XP. So if this, you know, if you have you have a small army but they're incredibly skilled, that means that you can keep, you know, leveling them up and keeping them alive. Although here you have your like shield on or off, so I don't know if that's. That says personalization, but I don't know if that changes the battle. Man, look at that. The banner looks outstanding. There's the different regions that I mentioned too. So as you capture those, then you become like the, you know, like you take those over. I wonder if it completely deletes and you get to start over from scratch, or if you get to take over what's existing. Also, this game's going to have multiple game modes too. Like there's a campaign story mode, like you mentioned, the illegitimate baron or whatever from the north. But also, I totally could see it as being like one where you could just play sandbox. Where I do know that there's ways to play without war as well. Like if you just want to do the city building aspect, that's a thing too. So it looks like there's quite a few things for everybody, which is good. Beautiful banner. Look at those troops. So some old news regarding the date, but you know, if you didn't know before, April 26, 2024. Lit and legit. Love it. Very cool stuff. So you guys were saying what? The Hooded Horse put it on their channel too? Let me see here. If I can find Hooded Horse's channel. 4 hours ago, Manor Lords original 2020 announcement trailer, Medieval Artist Builder. Why? That's crazy. Why would they put the original? This is the original. Xbox must have asked them to do this in anticipation of today's event. So this is a new video on Hooded Horse, who is the public. I can't believe I'm not subscribed. All right, so Manor Lords original 2020 announcement trailer, which was on the Slavic Magic slash, probably more likely the Manor Lords actual official channel, which has 55,000 subs. Hooded Horse dropped the 2020 trailer again. So 4 years ago. Let's see the difference. By the way, this trailer's made me like blow my mind. All right, go. It only goes up to 1080p. Oh dear. So many of the buildings look gray and white and bland, but yet this still looks amazing. Oh, this was pre-alpha too. Wow. I got to admit, the newer trailer looks much better. Truly. But, you know, to be expected. Look at that, though. That's breathtaking. Look at that. The mountain in the background. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I still don't know how the battles are going to work in this game, but I hope it's, you know, along the lines that we get to go somewhere in battle. Oh, there's like a horse there. Like a horse statue. That's weird. Oh, this was probably just testing. That actually could be, maybe it's something along the lines of like certain parts of Total War where there's like, this is like the entry point, you know, of where battles will be fought and then the armies fight each other just on a blank field. But this was all pre-alpha, so who knows? It's probably changed 100 times since then. This blew me away though, like seeing these roads and stuff like this, I was like, no way is it going to work like that. And it does. It actually does. By the way, the camera shake when you click and put stuff down is very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Back in 2020, this guy nailed this too. Like, okay, so if this is back in 2020 with a solo dev, this means like, you know, a lot of this stuff was planned out back like in 2018 and stuff like that. But I mean, look at this house construction. This still blows me away here. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, Manor Lords looking good. Remember, guys, April 26, 2024. I'll be here. I do plan to go to Japan sometime between March and April, so it's going to have to probably be after my birthday. We'll see. Roads. All right, let's watch some Frostpunk stuff. So, yeah, Manor Lords coming out in April. Now, interestingly enough, Frostpunk is rumored to also be coming out this spring, too, which you know, that's going to suck, because now you got two big city builders coming out at the same time. Yeah, it doesn't suck, but, you know, there's a lot to take on. So before we watch the newest stuff for Frostpunk, let's just watch the teaser trailer, and then we'll watch the gameplay trailer that just came out a day or two ago. You guys may have missed it. It was already on the channel. We did cover it, but yeah. You can feign retreat, and you can't even do that in Total War. Oh, really? Manor Lords has the ability to feign retreat? See, I don't even know much about the military stuff because in the demo I didn't see it. But honestly, I think the hardest thing to learn will be the city building aspect, and then the military will be like the most important. But it's going to be a little easier. But still, like by that I mean like it's not something you probably want to do too often. You know, going to war, you want to win without that, but it'll have a lot of depth to it. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be great. All right, let's watch the Frostpunk 2 teaser trailer from a few months ago, and then we'll watch the new gameplay footage before we watch some other stuff, too. Don't worry, there's going to be new game announcements today, too, and we might see new trailers that were never before seen.
We survived the storm. But it changed us. Mere survival was no longer enough. We kept expanding.
Yep, people are going to want goods and stuff now, even though humanity was almost wiped out.
People.
They still want their tea and fancy cloth.
Dreaming different futures. Conflicting futures.
Hi, I'm Kuba Stokalski.
And I'm Łukasz Juszczyk. We are both game directors responsible for Frostpunk 2, here at 11-Bit Studios.
What you've just seen is the first gameplay teaser.
By the way, 11-Bit has been pumping out excellence, dude. The one of my favorite games of last year as well was The Invincible, and that was another great game that they worked on and published, which was a Stanislav Lem, I believe, or Lev. I can't remember the author's name exactly, but anyway, it was based on a storybook back from like the 60s or 70s, and it was incredible. It was a really good game, really good.
Teaser of Frostpunk
Videos
2.
on the channel.
And as you can clearly see, a lot has changed since the first game, especially the scale of our city.
But what remains the same is harsh post-apocalyptic atmosphere that hopefully will resonate with you once again.
Stay tuned for more, because the gameplay trailer for Frostpunk 2 is just around the corner.
BS. It was months later. This video came out in, it was a month ago. All right, so around a corner means like 30 days. Okay, let's watch that one more time. Now, by the way, what the hell is this? I still can't figure out what this is. Like, what is all this orange stuff going on? What is that? Like, is that people walking around the city with lanterns and stuff like that? Because, like, you know, in Frostpunk, if you load up the original Frostpunk, at the beginning, there's like a bunch of people standing in a line, and they're all wearing coats and stuff like that, and there's kids and whatever else. And some of the people are wearing those lanterns. They're kind of shaped like got a weird shape to it, but it's like think of like an exclamation point, kind of, if it was like rounded. What is that? Like, I keep thinking, like, when I first saw this, I'm like, is it cars? It's people walking because time moves a lot more faster now. Oh, that makes sense. In the gameplay trailer, they do show the UI, and like it's like 1922 or something like that. So, what the first? I don't know if we know exactly the date in which the first game takes place, but it's obviously the late 1800s. So it could be like 1898 or something like that, and then this is starting like 20 years later or something, or just immediately after. I mean, I don't know.
It changed us. Mere survival was no longer enough.
Dude, whenever you see this mountain over here, I'm like, no
We
way.
kept expanding. More and more people. Dreaming different futures. Conflicting futures.
Wow. All right, let's watch some gameplay now. Okay. So here's something we may have seen. What the hell is that? Before. We've definitely seen this before. We'll watch. I actually kind of want to go watch the original trailer for it too. Hold on. Frostpunk 2 announcement trailer. Let's watch that. That's from 2 years ago? 2 years ago they launched. Okay, I should have replayed Frostpunk at that time. We're gonna be playing it now. Recently, like, because you know.
Honorable Steward.
Steward!
Who is Stewart?
Steward?
Almighty Steward. Do you hear us, Steward?
Do you hear us?
Steward, are you listening? Steward? The great storm wiped the world clean.
Let's take it back.
But how?
The steward will choose our path.
Steward, build us a better home.
A home for everyone.
Steward, we still lack so many things.
People are starving.
More people, more mouths to feed.
They treat us like animals, left to suffocate.
We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Steward, this squalor will kill her.
Steward!
Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
That music,
Hospitals are not
so good.
a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth. City for the citizens!
Steward, hear your people.
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote.
Yes, vote.
Steward,
Do you hear us?
Steward.
Steward, what about us?
What?
Impossible.
Steward, did you hear that? The city was not.
Goosebumps, dude. Goosebumps. Oh boy. Yo, thank you very much, Arise, for the tier 1 sub for 3 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's watch this again. Break down a few things.
Steward.
Honorable Steward.
Steward! Steward!
Okay, so with all those lights moving around, if those are people, there seems to be then like an elevated system, like an elevated walkway system. And there seems to be like smoke and stuff coming out of that. So why would there, is this a conveyor system? But if so, there's lights here. And it goes all the way around the city. They've also showed oil pumps and whatnot too, so coal and oil will be important. Oh, and we can build up in the mountains. That's awesome.
Mighty Steward.
And it looks like there's a hub here, like a circular connection point. Like, I don't know what the purpose of all of that is. They may tell us today when if we get to see more extendo. I don't think so. It could be a train system. This could be like a metro system, but like an elevated metro, maybe.
Steward.
Do you hear?
Oh wait, yeah, actually maybe, because the lights look like they're moving in unison.
Almighty Steward.
Oh right, they're moving in kind of like larger sections like this. They're moving in larger squares. That could be.
Do you hear us, Steward?
Do you
Maybe.
hear us?
Steward, are you listening? Steward? The great storm wiped the world clean.
Let's take it back.
But how?
So I wonder if this just immediately picks up after the end of the first game. I wonder if somehow, you know, what'd be really amazing with this is if it took some of the decisions that you made from the first game at the end of a city, and then it plugged in certain parameters for the start of you expanding a little bit or something like that. Yeah, it looks like Midgar. I agree with that. But yeah, because like in Frostpunk, you can go down like all these different tiers to survive. Like you can go down religion or like authority and fascism, that kind of thing. And then like you can, at the end, it's like, you know, they kind of give you like a review. There's like a post-building audit, and they tell you like all the things that you did. and how you could have done things differently. So I wonder if, because like Frostpunk at the end of it would be the logical and perfect, like immediate start of Frostpunk 2. Also, take a look at the UI at the top and look at how fast time does pass by.
Steward will choose our path.
Steward, build us a better home.
A home for everyone.
But that could all just be simulated. That might not be
Steward, we
accurate.
still lack
It looked like
so
50
many
days passed in
things.
like a day.
People are starving.
More people, more mouths to feed.
Engineers want to solve the problem of overpopulation. Investigate, handle the problem another way, or disregard.
They treat us like animals, left to suffocate.
We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Look at all this.
This squalor will kill her.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to worry about pollution and stuff too.
Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth.
City for the citizens!
Steward, hear your people.
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
By the way, look at these people marching around this thing. I see flashes in the crowd. Do they have guns?
People,
We want a say in how we run the city.
the time of tyranny has ended.
Our delegates in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
Our say
It looks like there's flashes in that crowd that's protesting. I feel like they have guns.
city for the citizens!
Steward, hear your people.
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote.
Yes, vote.
Steward,
Do you hear us? Steward, what about us?
What?
Impossible.
This game's all
Steward?
brutal.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the lights of the city turning red are when people are more and more pissed.
The city. The city was not.
Yeah, it's some sort of logistics thing, whatever that catwalk is going through town. This is also coming to Game Pass, but no actual release date yet. I feel like they didn't list that because maybe what they're going to do is maybe they'll do an extended gameplay trailer with those two guys we saw earlier, where it'll be like, hey, I'm Bob and I'm John, and this is our mega extendo gameplay trailer, and then it'll be like maybe a 20-minute thing or something, or 10 minutes, and then at the end it'll show it, hopefully. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they have guns or something. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe attacking other cities will be a part of the game. I don't think it'll have military stuff, but also I could see people asking for that, and maybe they'll have some aspect of that. I mean, they did have guard towers and stuff in the first game, but we'll see. Here's the announcement of the original game, by the way, back in this back in 2020. Here's the announcement for Frostpunk 2.
The world turned against us. Yet, we survived. We brought heat to our homes. We healed our sick. We fed our children. Some say we broke our promises. Some say we betrayed our brothers. Some say we abandoned God. But it is us, not them, who brought us this far. And those who make sacrifices today will reap the rewards of tomorrow.
There's certainly a lot more focused on oil. By the way, I feel this is you if you fail. I feel like this is, instead of exile, they'll just tie you up and, well, maybe. Alright, so these are like oil derricks. I feel like this also is a remnant of like a failed city, so I don't know, maybe they send you to one of the outposts or something that you had for oil, and then let you go there. But I feel like this is like you. This is supposed to be you if you have a bad time. Yeah, a lot of people are saying early 2024, right? We don't have an actual date, but it's likely to be this spring. So any time between now, May. If they announce it, if they don't have a release date, this is good. Because this means that they'll take as much time as they need to make it. And if they I hope what will happen is if they announce a release date in like April as well, and then they need more time, please delay. Do not make this. Frostpunk was so good because Frostpunk was so well done with its first one. Like it focused on building a survival city with a huge storm coming in. It was a brilliant premise, and then they added all these DLCs that like went into it very well. Like the last DLC they had was just phenomenal. I think it's called The Last Autumn, where you actually get to build the generator, the big furnace. We got to play through all of them. We got to try to play through all those scenarios, and at least try to do the first one. Like the first base game again of just surviving the storm. That's easy, by the way. In my opinion, the base game is very challenging, but that's the easiest of all the things there are to do. Maybe there's some other DLCs that are maybe easier than that because they're shorter, but because they focus on different things to tell the story. But it's fascinating. Frostpunk just did it right. Whatever it did it really, really, really good. All right, so Frostpunk 2 release date TBD, but sometime in 2024, and Manor Lords on April 26th. So these two we're 110% playing, and because Frostpunk 2 is coming soon, we'll be playing Frostpunk 1 again on the channel in a stream, and it's going to be awesome, and we'll see if we can survive. Okay, so the Xbox event is starting in about 8 minutes. Because of this, Xbox has Game Pass, and Xbox is a publisher and a developer, so it's very likely that we could see Manor Lords and Frostpunk extended footage, maybe? It's possible, but it's like unlikely. But we also could get a bunch of new announcements of games that we don't know that exist. So in 8 minutes, we're going to watch the developer event, and we're going to see all these new games. New footage, new game announcements, a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before. So get excited because it's going to be cool. And we could see some new city builders. We could see some stuff we've forgotten about. It's going to be a good time. So welcome aboard. It's going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, the new home DLC, I remember that. Yeah, I think that's where you build Winter Home or something like that, and then you find out it's like a flawed reactor. And then you find out about that city in the vanilla game. You're like, oh no, the city's like destroyed. What happened here? But they don't really tell you. But then, boom, the DLC. Chat, when did Frostpunk come out? Was it 2017, 2018? I feel like it was 2017, and they had like 3 years of DLC, which was great. Man, Frostpunk's good. I've only played through Frostpunk, like the original game, like twice. And yet it feels like I played it 50 times. All right, let's watch this. This looks like BioShock.
Oh no. What did I do?
This is just IGN showing trailers before the big event. That came out in 2016? Oh, 2018. I thought so.
My friend puts one in your scalp.
All right, Clockwork Revolution looks cool as hell. That looks really cool. That looks like BioShock, but different.
We're finally doing this, are we? Because I was going to make a sandwich.
Oh, is this that?
Okay. Let's do it. What do I think about heroes? Well, we've all seen them, haven't we? Swanning about the place.
This is Fable, isn't it?
Disproportionately high cheekbones and comically massive weapons.
Wanker.
Roughing up bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit. And that's what they are. Wafters.
Yeah, well done.
You see, I'm not here to slay legendary beasts.
Fair.
I'm here to conquer the vegetables.
No, they better not give a release date for Frostpunk tomorrow.
The age of heroes is over. This is the age of innovation. This, if you will, is the age of death. One moment. This is awkward.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Oh.
Lol. Damage. Don't throw it. She threw it.
I've dreamt of this.
Oh, we gotta play this.
This place.
However,
fear and fury.
before we play, I forget the name of this one, but
Do you hear
we
it?
gotta play the original. This is a sequel.
The heartbeat of the lost ones. I can feel them on my skin.
Oh, alright, well, they totally just cut that off. What? Like 4 minutes to go. Why would they do that? Okay. New Home is New London, and the Fall of Winter Home is that generator. It's flawed because in the last autumn, New Liverpool construction site, you take materials from the ruined train going to Winter Home, and you steal the loot, so Fall of Winter Home happens. Oh! So one generator was doomed to fail anyway. Because if you have to take the loot from one train to finish one of the reactors, yeah, okay. That's right, I forgot they call them New Liverpool and New London and stuff. That's cool. Alright, well, if they... Yeah, I don't know why they did this. We'll just go back to the other one then. We'll just go here. Okay, never mind. We'll go here because there's actually something to watch. But 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Yeah, Frostpunk's cool. I love the first one so much with how they created multiple cities in order to try to survive, and they're all named after large cities that probably the population in those materials came from. The lore is so cool. I'll have to watch a Frostpunk Explained to like fill in all the holes of... I don't know. I know there's a seed bank that you build in one of them. I know there's the... Last Autumn was just so cool, though. I'm going to play them all. I think we're going to... Maybe this weekend, chat, we'll play some Frostpunk and get started. We also got to play a little bit more of Assassin's Creed Black Flag as well, in anticipation for the Skull and Bones, because people are going to be asking about that too. Yeah, the arcs, exactly. Two minutes, 32 seconds. Can't believe there's no exciting music, but okay. You know what's probably going to happen, chat? I hope what doesn't happen... I don't know. I think this is all pre-recorded, so we probably won't have like another countdown, but what could happen is maybe... you know, there'll be like another 30-minute countdown, but that's cool. It gives us more time to chat and figure out what's going on with all these games. Mm-hmm. Yep. On the Edge. Oh, was that one of the DLC's names too? Yeah. That sounds familiar. I remember the train. What's cool is that I played through a lot of those DLCs only once, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to play through these again. And then when, you know, back in like 2 years ago when they announced Frostpunk 2, I was like, oh, cool, it must be right around the corner. I'll play it when it comes out. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. In that time, I should have just played through the base game and then all the DLCs again. But it's fine. We'll play through it now. But it definitely deserves another playthrough, that's for sure. And I would have loved to have played through the base game one more time like 2 years ago and then again now. I got regrets. But that's okay. Have I played on hard or survivor? On that game? I don't remember. I think I've beaten everything at least on like normal just to get the... When it comes to Frostpunk, I just want to do a story run. Or that was my idea the first time I played through it. I was like, okay, I want to know what's going on with the story. Which was very good. To get a feel for it. You know, maybe I'll do much better this time at Frostpunk because of all the other city builder games I've played since then that try to do a little bit more on the whole managing of materials. Like, Frostpunk came out before Anno, and Anno taught me to do a lot more with supply chains and such, and then New Cycle and Banished and a few other games that we played in that time also kind of do that too. Will we do a Frostpunk marathon? What we'll probably do is we'll do an episode this weekend, and then we can keep playing Frostpunk every... We're definitely going to play through the base game, and I don't know what order we'll do it, but I think we'll do... We'll definitely do... the base game and then the DLCs, but I don't know what order. Okay, this is starting now, it says? Now. Here we go. God, I hate that. Bro, let's pick the most irritating irritating visuals and sounds that we could... Nothing better than this from YouTube. Idiots. All right, here we go. New games. We have a new game alert. These could be new games, new trailers, who knows. Early Bird, thank you very much for the tier 1 gifts. I mean, tier 1 subscription. Thank you. Oh, okay, it's focusing more on those studios. Gotcha. Oh, and more games. Was that Todd? Ah, okay, so this is focusing on these studios. Got it. And Early Bird, thank you very much for the 2 tier 1 gift subs as well to chat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Exclamation point Twitch, by the way, if you guys aren't watching on Twitch, you can watch over on there as well. Meanwhile.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Guys, it's
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different.
Avowed, guys.
We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora.
That water looked disgusting.
There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world.
Oh, really?
And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
Thank you, Early Bird. I appreciate you, man.
Here
Thank
to
you
talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types.
Can you parry?
It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries.
Oh, you can, okay.
And special attacks.
Wait, what? That doesn't look like a parry.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner.
Stop it, don't touch me.
It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat.
Give me that pistol,
That means
brother.
you can play however you want.
Oh, I wanna
Equip a
be
sword
like a
and shield
pirate.
and charge into battle.
Give me that
Dual-wield pistols
flintlock.
and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage.
Oh, that's actually
You
sweet.
could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them.
Dual wands looks cool.
We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences, like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes.
Pretty.
All of the regions have
Bob
a lot of
Ross.
special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Bear. That was a bear. Ava Wed. Ava Wed looks cool, dude. I'd like to buy a vowel. Fall 2024. Okay. That looks alright. Ninja Theory. Bro, these are the people making games about ninjas, I think. That's just a theory, though.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Oh, okay.
And the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how small you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
All right, we're going to play the first one. And then we're going to play this one.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it.
Damn.
It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey.
Ridiculous. This is cool.
We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of
Whoa,
immersion
that looks so
to
good.
help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Wow, that looks beautiful.
We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there.
Iceland's so
the sense
pretty.
of scale, everything is incredible.
Wow.
And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Yeah. A lot of this reminds me of Myst.
Senua
with how weird
experiences
some
reality
of the stuff looked in
differently,
Myst.
and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Damn. This dude knows what's up.
What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special.
That was pretty
We
cool.
are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver
Imagine this in
something
VR.
really
Oh.
meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
What is her nationality?
Well,
for that
I don't want to
girl?
sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja.
Everybody in
so
this damn
we
company
all
has
are
an
Senua,
awesome accent.
and
I love it.
we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows
Is
and
she
grows
Dutch?
and keep growing and keep changing.
I don't think she's Dutch.
So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but
Oh,
to
you think
craft
she's
an
Icelandic?
experience
Oh.
that leaves you thinking and feeling.
I mean, that would
From
make
our
sense.
combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving,
Now I wanna play the
everything is
first
crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Ooh, May 21st. Okay. One thing about this game is I know the original one was one of those games where it was like under the radar, where it came out, people thought it was good, but it took a while to like it didn't explode, but it gained people's respect over time by just being out. All right, that means we're definitely gonna be playing Hellblade. What? Is this Todd? Square Enix. Oh, they're adding. Oh, there's a secret. They're adding more secret stuff. Kitty. Oh, they extended it. Oh, Japan
Greetings,
so creative.
Xbox players.
Hello.
My name is Masaru Oyamada,
Hi, Masaru.
producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて
Visions of Mana.
大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され、長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
This looks cool. One of the things that concerns me is a lot of these games that look like this
これらのお
kind
な
of
じみ
blend
のモンスター
together.
たちを作り出した
But this one
聖
actually
剣
looks a
伝説
little
の生みの親
different
であ
than
る
the
石
ones
井
I'm
浩
used
一
to
さんと
seeing.
ともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から、自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
Bro, I can't help but think of this,
もう一つの挑戦は
the
楽曲
plains
面
in
です。
Valheim with all the trees.
過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Okay. Wow. Dude just murdered that cat. Desquitos.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
Bro, just get a weed whipper. That's all you need, brother.
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Summer 2024. And on PC too, yeah. Visions of Mana. Any other surprises? Oh, there's space down here. Elden Ring 4. They're skipping 2 and 3. They're gonna announce Elden Ring 4. GTA 7. Oxide. These guys make games.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games.
Hello.
We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
This game.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers,
strategy
gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
This feels like a little bit of Rise of Nation meets
the historical grand strategy game
Victoria.
that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
But of course, Civ,
for
we're
Ara,
playing
we knew
this.
we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
Oh, this looks like
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive
Those
space,
islands remind
a
me of
blank
Anno
canvas
so
for
much.
players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and
you get up
reacting
to
to the
modern
changes.
cities?
We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading
That's not
their
the first
people
time
as
I've
they
seen that before,
thrive
but
and grow.
that just looked really
Core
cool.
to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might. Scientific
That
advancement.
military combat looks
the choice
interesting.
is
I want
theirs.
to see how the hell that plays out.
In Aura, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Yep. That's a classic.
Another aspect of Aura that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre.
Really?
Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need,
man.
and finally getting to the outcome or reward of
So it's a
something
little
like an important
humankind,
improvement or triumph. Just changes the
has
challenge that
crafting in it,
exists
which-
in Aura compared to other 4X games.
Okay, this is interesting.
Crafting plays out in Aura at a national scale,
Yeah.
with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything,
It's like
from
Anno,
international
but Civ,
trade
but-
to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units.
All right,
the crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced planning.
I might need to
It
grow a bigger
rewards
brain.
players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real.
It's
In a
turn-based, but
typical
everyone
strategy
takes their
game, once your turn is
turn at a
finished,
time.
you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Aura, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
"Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report,
That's
based
a
on
great
more
drop.
recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall
You know what-
threat
you know what
level
I'm gonna
of
be
mountain
attacked by,
lions to a
chat?
player's citizenry.
You know what animal would attack me?
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Aura is only the beginning. We're going to maintain our
This will be
insider
fun to
program
play.
after the release date
What's
and continue
really cool
to
about this
listen to
game
players and
is I think
support the game
Bradford
into
would
the
like to play
future.
this, and
On behalf of
I'd
everyone
love
at
to play a
Oxide
game like
Games,
this with my
thank you
friends.
for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Aura and to create your own history.
I would really like for Aura to also allow for multiple people to play as the same nation, so people who might not know how to play would kind of be able to help and be part of a team and not feel like, you know, they gotta like learn everything on their own. That looked very cool. I'm seeing some systems that I've never seen before. Like the simultaneous turn-based? I've never really seen that before. I don't know how the hell that's gonna work.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Okay.
In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Oh, let's go, because I really want to know what the hell this is all about.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Is this gonna be
myths?
Oh.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
Is this a VR game? What the hell?
Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Oh, Wilhelm scream! Wilhelm scream!
Throughout history.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! The spider on the arm. F this game. Hell
Great
no.
spiritual
Did you see that freaking
significance.
tarantula on that? Oh.
If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've
you get
had
to
run-ins
punch
with
it
these
out.
guys before. Trust me,
Or shoot him.
it ain't a walk in the park.
Either is acceptable.
Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Is this VR? What the hell is this? Japan? Japan, what the hell are you doing here?
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years.
Hey, yeah.
He's a brilliant archaeologist.
Hey, yeah,
he's a charismatic everyman. He's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels.
Oh, it was a 3D
For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples,
that actually looks fun to crack,
or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight. All of these moments are much more intense in first person.
Where are the guns, brother?
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
Candyman.
On next plane to Rome, stop. Need help, stop. Meet me in Vatican, stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure, with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
PMCA.
John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure.
Why?
She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if we can keep up.
Who the hell, what newspaper would approve that kind of budget?
What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every Indy adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head.
Oh.
And when you can't use your
Ragdoll.
wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool.
The gun.
Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip
right.
as fun and multi-purpose
Six-shooter,
as
bro.
possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction.
Oh.
And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip. And hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Hey, Todd! Todd, get out of the damn shot, Todd. Damn it. Always ruining things, Todd. Damn it, Todd. Can't we have nice things? I guess the answer is no. Put my hat on, too. We didn't even get a release date. Someone clip that, please. Make a clip, chat, of that Thief Todd. Someone make a clip, please. Send that to Tan. Oh, what is this? That city builder is going to be interesting as hell. Actually, I think I'm interested in playing every one of these games on the channel except for
Take one?
Visions of Mana. I probably wouldn't
Animals,
be as
children, and game
interested in,
developers.
But I want to play.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing
and the
tech.
original.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an
I'm gonna play
immersive
Ava
experience
Wed.
like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Yeah, this one I'm kind of. Yeah, Ava Wed. Bear. That dude parried the bear. Ah, damn it. Wait, what is this? Elder Scrolls 2024 Global Reveal. That was like a thing they just kind of... Hello? Oh, it was pretty damn good. There was a lot of good stuff there. People are saying like 7 out of 10, L's. I think that was a W. There was quite a lot of cool stuff there. Indiana Jones for sure I want to play. I was interested in that city builder. I need to know how the hell that city builder is going to function. Let's jump over to IGN and see what they're doing, because I want to see if they do any sort of post-talk. Is YouTube going slow again? Are we? I thought we fixed this. That was a good developer direct. Yeah, it was pretty good. Page on responsive. YouTube down?
That's a big part of the indie experience and the indie fandom. And man, that first person combat, damn, that looks good. It looks really
first person
really
combat as
fantastic.
indie looked a
So
lot
I'm
of fun.
very excited for
Is this? I still am. I'm not sure. Is this a VR game? This Indiana Jones game?
We were just watching it together. You were like, I called it from the first teaser. Give me your immediate reactions.
Yeah, because like everyone, I remember seeing people in chat,
I know it
and
jumps to third person, but
being like, "Oh well, machine games, I don't know, because this is an Indiana game. We want to see him, so it's probably going to be third person." And I was like, "Well, if they're making an Indiana game, they probably want to make sure that you feel like the character, and first person is a really good way to do that." So I said from the beginning, I think it's going to be first person. So I'm glad that they are going that route. Right now, I don't know how far along this trailer was. I feel like it looks good. I'm very excited for the puzzles. And I'm glad it's not just
the puzzles
another,
would be
like,
cool too.
Uncharted-like game, because those games kind of fall into a specific formula. But I want to see more of the combat, like dynamic combat through one level, because we got a lot of like jump cuts. So I want to know what the combat flow is going to look like.
Destin, your thoughts? There was a lot to see there.
I wasn't sure about Indiana Jones going in to the Dev Direct. I was absolutely blown away. I really, really like what they're doing here. I love the first person. What we saw of combat
I think that's a cool
really
move.
Fun. I can't get over how well they integrated the whip into all of the different types of mechanics. Being able to grab somebody by the leg or just whip somebody and then pull them towards you for a punch. It's very
cool.
indie. Everything about it just makes me remember why I love those original movies, and to see a game take the movies and make this, which just hits all the right notes from the villain to the puzzles to the combat, has me tremendously excited.
Stop touching your mic, damn it.
More than I ever thought I would be for an Indiana Jones video game.
Who the hell's beating their
I'm
mic
all
like
in.
it's the Tyson on the speed bag?
Yeah, the thought I had with the first person thing is, number one, it's not unexpected. I mean, like Stella was saying, there were good reasons to go first person with this, but not just sort of centering you in the character, but also because it's a good way to differentiate from Tomb Raider and from Uncharted, right? I mean, those are comparisons that people are naturally going to make, because there hasn't been an Indiana Jones video game outside of Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
There hasn't
no,
been a
Bradford
sort of
breathes
AAA
into the
indie
mic.
game
She Fox
since, I think,
eats
maybe
all the
2003.
girls.
I
All
think
the girls.
Destin is
Oh,
what we had
stream's on.
looked
Yeah,
up
let me
with,
grab a 6-course
Indiana
meal.
Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, I think
This
was
one?
the name of it. That's the one. Yes, you came
I
prepared.
just
You did
played
your
it
homework.
for B-roll. But yeah, this game actually is pretty good. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, I played it a little bit just to remind myself of what the old game is played like. And it made me a
What the hell? That was
believer
for the
in
original
fact that
Xbox?
indie can be a great video game. Machine Games is doing a whole new thing from this take though, and yeah, I just left with a very, very positive impression about where the game is going to evolve to, and really, really
Oh my God.
Yeah, the id Tech engine, which is what we don't know 100% that's what this is using, but that's what this studio's used for years with Wolfenstein. That is almost certainly the tech that's going on here. Production value wise, Khalif, pretty high production values, clearly.
1,000%. I mean, everything.
Yes,
every
you do,
visual that
Morgan.
we saw
You were
just
even
jumped
eating
off
the chicken
screen,
pot
right?
pie
It
while
felt
we were on
exactly
stream.
like you remembered.
Don't lie.
Indie movies feeling, which is great, from from the villains to the kind of that sepia tone, that kind of feeling like you're in these far off places in the desert or in some far off land. They just nailed all of those pieces. And again, we talked a little bit behind the scenes, them snagging Harrison Ford's likeness in this and really nailing that, and also the voice actor, whomever that may be, doing the voice capture for this, or the voice performance for this. It all feels exactly like you would hope for a game like this that wants to pay homage to one of the biggest and kind of
I want them to
best-known
talk about the
adventure
city
movies
builder. What did I
of all
miss
time.
about the
So
new city builder?
I'm very excited to see where all of those pieces kind of land and see who the other folks are in that conversation. And of course, Tony Todd is in this, so that automatically just like magically just made me super excited for that. So hyped as heck for this.
So, Stella, I want to come back to you to get your thoughts, and everybody else's too. But something that I think was maybe a bit of an unanswered question from this, and maybe I'm just looking too far into it. Just tell me if you think I am. But Gina, we were introduced to near the end. She's a reporter. She's kind of along this adventure with Indy. They're helping each other out. They specifically referred to her as a protagonist. Do you think that you're going to play as her for one level for significant amounts of time? What was your takeaway from that?
Maybe.
You know what? It would be really cool if there were some temple puzzles that you have to work together, but you can't really see each other, so you can talk through walls, right? Kind of like, well, I guess Portal was a co-op game, but if it was sort of like, you could talk to them and maybe switch.
She's the one hitting the mic.
That would be really cool.
I
but I feel
swear
like
to
we're
God,
going to get maybe
she's
one or
hitting
two
her mic
levels
with these
where
hand
she
movements.
is going to have to get him out of, a bit of trouble where he's gotten himself trapped or something.
Right.
But I think that for some of these temples, we may get one of those partner moments where he has to call out, "Hey, hit this lever now," or
If she
whatever.
touches
And
that mic
might be really
again,
cool.
I'm gonna
So,
freak out.
yeah, I love the idea of having two protagonists.
She's gonna
but
do it.
Maybe I
Don't-
feel like we're definitely going
don't
to be
hit the
focusing on
mic.
Indiana here, but yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm landing with it too. Is maybe either one or just the occasional.
Emperor's
check-in with
Tomb was a
her
lot
where
of fun
you're-
back in the
like you
day.
said,
Oh, really?
Maybe you're
Yeah, I
riding
mean,
a
it looked good
motorcycle
for
and you've got
the
to
time.
save him or something. Or I think the puzzle example you gave was pretty solid as well. But maybe almost kind of like the Mary Jane stuff from Spider-Man on PlayStation, where it's kind of a neat little change of pace for the game, for the campaign as you're going through it. I mean, Destin, speaking of Spider-Man, I mean, this seems awesome enough, and it's this well-known big property. Is it too early to say that this Indiana Jones could be sort of Xbox's Spider-Man, if you will?
In terms of exclusivity, yes, I definitely think, and I know you're using a licensed IP there to make the correlation.
Yeah.
I think it's
Is
going
Spider-Man
to be their answer
and
to
Indiana
Uncharted,
Jones
and
the
if they get
same?
to
Are they high?
continue to make games like this is great because it's not just like a straight up Uncharted clone.
What?
It's really unique in how they're presenting
No.
combat, how they're integrating.
This seems like
puzzles
this will
into
be a
it.
good
They did
Indiana Jones
say
game,
That
and
a
that's
lot of the
it.
puzzles are going to be optional. So there's going to be, even if you're into puzzles,
Well,
you
now,
can go do all
Spider-Man,
these side
he-
things
he
where you can
shoots
unlock more
a
secrets
whip-
in
a
each
web
level,
to, like,
or
swing
you can
on.
just
Indiana has
keep
a
on
whip, and
playing
he
through
could
the
do the
game
same.
and only impact.
Is this
or only
Xbox's
encounter those
response
main
to
puzzles.
Yes.
But to your point, Ryan,
A college
I do
professor
agree. I think this is going to be a huge win
in the
for
30s and
Xbox
40s going
in
around
terms of
and
a
beating the
licensed
hell out
IP.
of Nazis and picking
So
up
I did a very informal
documents
Twitter
and
poll
old
for every
statues
game
is exactly the
featured throughout
same as
stream. As soon as it was done
Peter
on the
M.
stream,
effing Parker
I put
swinging
up
around New
a
York
little poll
and
with
stopping
the
Doc
same
Ock
four
from
choices.
releasing
Loved
the
it,
Oogie Boogie
seemed pretty good,
on Manhattan.
it looked
Yes,
okay,
there's
and
no
I didn't
differences
like what I
between
saw.
solving
So
puzzles
we'll
in a
check
Mayan
on
temple
every game for this.
and Peter
For Indiana
G.D.
Jones
Parker
and the Great
trying to
Circle,
yet
which is
again
indeed the
save
name,
Mary
which
Jane
was
and do
dug
so
out by
before dinner.
a sleuthy internet user prior to this that I think
The
we'd
hell?
written up on IGN. I will say that Indiana Jones, perhaps unsurprisingly rather, had the highest satisfaction rate of any of the any of the 5. So of 2,000 votes and still rising here, but over 2,000 votes, 2/3 of the respondents on my little mini Twitter poll, 66.4% said loved it, 21% said seemed pretty good, just 8% said it looked okay, and 4.2% saying I didn't like what I saw. So this was quite an overwhelmingly positive viewing that everybody just took in, and I certainly.
I mean, it'll be cool. It's always cool in these games to go through temples and climb on stuff and
I as soon
unload
as
on a Japanese Zero.
Person, I was like already.
What is he gonna do? He's gonna jump out of the wing of the Japanese Zero, punch the hell out of the pilot. That'll teach him.
I have a soft spot for first-person games in my heart. It's always been my favorite genre. And I like when first-person games aren't just shooters, when they try some different stuff.
Oh, what the hell?
Is part of the reason why I think Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay is one of the probably
Elder
5,
Scrolls
definitely
Online
10
2024
greatest
global
original
reveal.
Xbox games ever. If you've never played it,
do we want to watch Elder Scrolls Online?
It's not. It's not. So there was. I know there was a 360 sort of remaster.
Okay, all right, how much has Todd paid IGN to cover Indiana Jones? There were many other games, dude. What more is there to say about this? We've seen the movies.
And capture gameplay.
What was the
360 disc? But that game holds up really, really well. It was easy to.
Can we
pick
talk
up
about
and
the other
start
game
playing
now?
again.
Talk about Aura.
And it was
Come
one
on.
of those first games that took a
about
licensed
Hellblade
IP and did something really, really cool with it.
Yep.
These guys know they revealed other games, or did they just join late?
It takes place before he gets his eye shine, and you go through the whole story of how he got that and how he escapes this prison. And I like how they're sort of using the same formula for Indy here. They are taking a story between Raiders and Last Crusade and telling us about it, just like they did with Chronicles of Riddick. Riddick opens up, you've been captured by Hoxie, who is in the Pitch Black movie, and he takes you to the Slammer. And yeah, this is the 360 game that you're looking at right now.
Why are we showing Xbox 360 footage of Vin Diesel going to prison?
Believe it or not, it still plays pretty well. I was surprised. I was surprised how easy.
All right, we'll come back to this when IGN actually remembers that there were other games that they showcased. Jesus. All right, let's.
Lunch if you'd like. Wonderful. I have a few things getting started in the kitchen back there, so let's see what we can cook up in the next few minutes.
We're cooking stuff. Hold on. Oh! Look at that. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's frickin' go. Oh, this dude's doing cooking sim? Look at that knife, brother. Who the hell holds an onion like that? Oh, I see. He has a disability. Okay. I actually didn't even notice. Oh. Wait, that's a good way to do it. I didn't even think of that. Fingerling potatoes. Is that yams? Oh, this is nice. Okay. This dude's gonna be eating like a king. Let's frickin' go. I'm glad we switched. Hold on, just for laughs, let's switch back to IGN to see more Indiana footage. It's Vin Diesel! Why are we still covering Vin Diesel? We're watching this. Oh, Dutch oven. So we're adding a pound of chopped bacon. Oh, we gotta wait 10 minutes? Oh, I don't mind watching this dude cook for 10 minutes. This is awesome. Chuck beef. Oh, he's using that almost looked like chopsticks, but it was a, how do you call those things? You gotta click them twice before as you're cooking. You know what I'm talking about. Tongs. Dude, this guy's gonna be eating so good. Did you see how good that bread looked that he was making too? Bro, I don't even make beef stew like this. This could change my mind. 4 cups of beef broth. Yeah, that's about right. Look at those hearty carrots, bro. Bring to a boil. You're gonna have to cook it a lot longer than that, my man. Oh my god. Oh, the ladle. Dude, the guy's got a... Oh, he's got the... That dude do that, you eat French onion out of those. Oh, let's go. How does it taste? Tell me. What? Where'd he go? What? Wait, let's go back and watch footage of Vin Diesel. Are they... What in the F is this? Bro, why in the F is IGN covering an Xbox event with old-ass footage of a Vin Diesel game from 2009 or whatever? Why? They're not going to talk about Aura or frickin' Hellblade or anything? Yeah, this game's good and all, but like, what the hell? How the hell these people get 11 million subs? Okay, well, while we're waiting another 7 minutes, I want to go back and watch that dude doing cooking. Can we have him cook more dishes?
Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my tavern, the Lucky Griffin. My name is Quincy, and I have the honor and privilege of welcoming you tonight to this year's Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, we do have a few moments before the actual show begins, so how about something to eat? You can't expect to walk into a tavern and not be fed, you know. Now, I have something hearty or a light filling treat for you to pick yourself back up from that last adventure if you'd like. Wonderful. I have a few things getting started in the kitchen back there, so let's see what we can cook up in the next few minutes, shall we?
I want to watch this again. This is my favorite thing in the whole damn stream. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Oh, he didn't cover the bread, dude. I guess bread's bread, but it is important. Okay, you need 1 X onion. What kind of onion, though? Yellow onion? White onion? Certainly not a red onion. Yo, I love that scoop thing. Dude, look, the blaze this dude has. It's like he's a former blacksmith who was like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to open up a tavern. Look at those blades, bro. Okay, that's gonna... I want to put this on my bucket list. I want to make a beef stew with, like, fantasy weapons. Well, not really, but... Like, I'm tired of using the KitchenAid stuff. I want to use an actual, like... I want to hire a dude. I want to hire a dude to actually, like, make me some really sweet blades and stuff. Look at this. This was smart, by the way, to start with the bacon fat. Now, is he taking that out for later use? Okay, chuck beef, right. The mushrooms, I never even thought about that. Oh, that's so good. I've never put mushrooms in beef stew. And tomato, now that's weird. Mushrooms and potato paste are and garlic. I would have not put those 3 things in that. I would have just kept it as the onion and the beef and the carrot and the potato. And of course a few parsley and other things. Could be a sweet onion, yeah, could be. A Vidalia is good. You need tomato paste for the acid. Oh, really? I usually just add a little bit of salt, and the beef is usually pretty salty. Or actually the broth. I mean the beef broth. Look, by the way, I really appreciate how this guy is trying at least to use things that you would find in a tavern, like I don't know, accurate to the genre, except for this Rachel Ray cooking pot that he's got, but you know, I'm not mad. Oh, that looks great. That looks great. Yeah, I feel like you need the carrots for the color too. Otherwise, it all kind of just looks meh, but it tastes great. Is he cooking more stuff now? Okay. I don't care about fan art. Cook up something else. All right, let's go back and watch Chronicles of Red. Oh, we're back on Indiana Jones again. What is going on? Why are we back on Indiana Jones again?
That means for this year of Xbox.
How the hell?
I'll just go around. I'll start with Khalif. What were your expectations for Indy coming in, just knowing the pedigree of the studio and whatever you thought this game was going to be?
This has got to be on loop.
And did this reveal meet them, exceed them, not meet them? How you feeling, Khalif?
Yeah, I think it met all of those expectations. My only
They have
worry
talked
for
about
this game
Indiana
was
Jones for 20
around,
minutes.
Is this IP old enough that the generation that we are now in will just...
What are they doing? Oh my god, yes, here we go. Never mind. Let's go back to an actual good stream. Dude's making a dessert. We're starting, roll out pie dough around 10 to 12 inches wide. Ooh, parchment paper. Raspberries, blackberries, and a half cup of sugar. Cornstarch. Lemon zest. Don't even start. Vanilla extract, lemon juice. All right, note to self, get a wooden bowl. That just looks so damn cool. Raptor, if you check out the Xbox stream, it's now down to 2 minutes 30 seconds left if you're watching from the Xbox channel. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and keep watching the cooking thing, actually. Because now I don't care. We'll go back to IGN and see what the 8 more people think about Indiana Jones. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, we got an egg. Oh, okay. the small whisk. That reminds me of binging with Babish when he brings out the small whisk. Are you supposed to use egg on that? I thought you used butter. Coat in turbinado? What? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Dude ruined it with mashed potatoes on top. Bro, you ruined it. He just dumped some mashed potato on top. Ruined.
Well, it certainly looks like you enjoyed that food, my friend.
Yes, I did.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that the meals that we were able to provide keep you in the fight just a little bit longer in your upcoming adventures in Tamriel, and I look very much forward to hearing of all of your epic adventures and quests.
Please put this guy in the game.
My time is at an end right now.
Please.
Thank you again for joining us today. Let's see what the future has in store in the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal. Starting now. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and as always, be safe out there. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Can I have another beef, sir? Okay. God damn it. I wanted more beef stew. I was willing to pay the highest of price.
To the 2024 Elder Scrolls Online Global Reveal. Today, we'll share all of the details of our 2024 plans, including ESO's new chapter. But first, I'd like to take a moment to talk about what ESO means to all of us here at ZeniMax Online and to all of you. We built ESO as a virtual world centered around Elder Scrolls lore, where you can go anywhere, play in any style you want with endless customization, and have the freedom to roleplay as anyone you want. And also to be a safe harbor from the often unpredictable and complex outside world. Just take a step back to the game's early days and see how much we've accomplished. From taking on Molag Bal with the help of Cadwell and Darian Gautier, fighting other players to claim territory in Cyrodiil and the Ruby Throne and our amazing PvP system, slaying dragons in the sandy canyons of Elsewhere with Chimera and Abner Tharn, fencing a fortune and stolen goods at your friendly neighborhood outlaw refuge, and so much more. We take you through all of the lands of Tamriel, filled with memorable characters who return again and again to provide companionship, humor, and drama. Our stories are among the best in the genre, and our content also includes game systems like Companions, Antiquities, Tales of Tribute, Dungeons, PvP, the list goes on and on. With ESO, you can pick and choose what fits your virtual life in Tamriel. And later this year, we'll hit an amazing and important milestone. 10 years in Tamriel.
10 years, baby.
Our history, of course, goes back even farther to ZOS's founding in 2007, and many ESO developers have been with us for 15 years or more. I can't speak of the studio's history without acknowledging the profound impact that Robert Altman had on my life and that of everyone at ZOS. As CEO of ZeniMax Media, who passed away in 2021, Robert was a true champion of the game, and he was a friend and mentor to all of us. He is very much missed, but ZOS is stronger because of the foundation he helped build during our formative years. ESO's grown over the years to be 24 million players, including gamers from all over the world.
Chat, you
Originally
play this
in
game?
English, French, and German, we now offer localization in Chinese, Japanese, Russian, and Spanish. And ESO developers now stretch from West Coast
Matty
of the
K,
USA
thanks for the Raptor
through
egg
Austin,
sub.
Texas, to our headquarters in
Membership.
Maryland.
Thank you very much.
and
Thanks, guys,
eastward
for
to
becoming members.
Budapest,
Thanks for
Hungary,
subbing.
where
Thank
we
you, guys.
recently opened ZeniMax Online, Hungary. ESO is
I'm very
truly
hungry.
a global phenomenon. Everyone at ZOS considers the ESO community part of the family. It's not just a hashtag. That feeling of caring and connection begins in our studio, and I'm very proud to be part of it. Remember that ESO launched in April 2014, but that was just on PC. It launched on Xbox and PlayStation in June 2015. So, we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary over 15 months in 2024 and 2025. Expect community events around the globe. We announced the first of these already. It's in the Netherlands this coming spring. Thank you to everyone who signed up already. We'll have another large community event in 2025 in the Baltimore, Washington area of the USA to mark the 10th anniversary of ESO's console launch, and a few more events sprinkled between them. We will post information on all of our anniversary celebration plans on social media and ElderScrollsOnline.com. The team has prepared special 10-year anniversary rewards for many of our in-game events happening in 2024 and 2025. Some you can start earning right now. Stay tuned for details. We're eager to celebrate and to kick things off in earnest in just a few months. I can't wait to see all of you at the in-person events. And now it's time to look forward to 2024's new content.
You don't have time to play
ESO's
I
newest
know.
chapter features everything that
That's why I was
makes ESO
afraid about
special.
Baldur's Gate.
Exploring a region of Tamriel,
A lot of other
well-known to
games
Elder
are
Scrolls
really
fans,
big.
telling an amazing story that goes deep into the
Baldur's
lore of the
Gate.
region,
Elden
and
Ring,
adding a new
Baldur's Gate.
gameplay with a system called scribing, which allows players to customize some of their abilities. The chapter is called Gold Road, and it takes place on the borders of Cyrodiil, Gold Coast, and Valenwood. So let's start the show and see all the details with the global premiere of the 2024 ESO Gold Road trailer. Enjoy, and see you in Tamriel.
Shiny. Uh-oh. Angry guys. Probably not good. I like how nobody's said anything yet. That's kind of cool, actually.
What's up, everyone? You just saw the world premiere trailer for our upcoming chapter, The Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road. I'm Gina Bruno, ESO Senior Community Manager, and today I'm joined by The Elder Scrolls Online's own creative director, Rich Lambert.
Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to be back again for this year's ESO Global Reveal, and boy do we have a lot of exciting things to share with you all. The team has been working super hard on 2024's new adventures and features, and it's going to be another amazing year for The Elder Scrolls Online.
Well, the truth is, the team's been working super hard for the past 16 years. And Rich, you and I have actually been here from the very beginning in 2007.
Very much that.
It's wild looking back for sure. I remember the days of being able to fit the entire team into a minivan and all go out to lunch together. A lot has changed since then, and now we're suddenly about to celebrate 10 years of being live, with 40+ major content updates and a community that literally spans the globe. It's amazing how much we've done, and it certainly doesn't feel like 16 years have passed already.
And now that we're looking ahead to what's coming in 2024, why don't you start us off with an overview about this year's adventure and story?
Last year, we saw players explore the Telvanni Peninsula and Apocrypha zones, and delved into a story surrounding the Prince of Knowledge, Hermaeus Mora, and master the magics of the Arcanist class. This year, we're inviting players to venture into a Colovian region known as the West Weald. And this region spans the western borders of Cyrodiil to the north and the eastern tip of Valenwood, and many Elder Scrolls players will probably recognize this location from Test 4 Oblivion. In our time, a dense jungle has suddenly appeared overnight along the Valenwood border, and the whole region is suffering from a rise in attacks from a mysterious new kind of Daedra.
So the new zone will be familiar for those of you who played Oblivion, but there's something big going on behind the scenes that's causing all this chaos.
We're doing something we've never done before in ESO, and we're introducing a whole new Daedric Prince.
That is a really big deal.
It is, and we are really excited about it. The Gold Road storyline focuses on the return of a forgotten prince named Athelia. And it was great to be able to work with BGS to bring our vision for this new power to life, and we think folks are going to love what we've created. In last year's Necrom chapter, we dropped a major cliffhanger. Mysterious forces discovered the existence of this forgotten Daedric prince, Athelia. In Gold Road, you'll discover that prince is now free, with dire consequences for all of Tamriel. I don't want to go into too much detail yet, because we'll be diving deeper into the story shortly, but this is really big, and we are very excited to see how our community reacts as they learn more about Athelia and her allies.
All right, so we have a new zone and a story about the return of a long-lost Daedric prince. But there's something else arriving with the Gold Road chapter that Matt touched on that our players have been asking about for a long time, and that's scribing.
Yes, and this is definitely something that the community has been asking about for years at this point. This chapter's big new system, scribing, is a way for players to customize their character builds. It's our take on a precursor to the spellcrafting systems from previous Elder Scrolls games, with some tweaks to balance to ensure that it works with our game's combat.
So why don't you talk a little bit about how this system works? What does it actually allow players to do?
With scribing, players tap into the fundamental elements of magic by unlocking special skills that they can then customize in many different ways. You'll be able to change things like the way a skill interacts with the world, its unique effects, and more. There's also many ways to customize these unique abilities, allowing players to further tailor their builds to their unique needs. We'll go into a lot more detail on scribing a little bit later, and we'll have a lot more info throughout the year, but we're very excited about this system, and it's really another way players can truly play the way they want to play.
Well, we clearly have a lot to cover throughout the show, so let's dig in. In the past, we've told stories that feature Daedric princes, emperors and tyrants, heroes, and all sorts of legendary monsters. Since our launch in 2014, we've continued to add to ESO's legacy with new stories that build upon and even add to Elder Scrolls lore in all new ways. And this year's tale is no exception.
Oh, really?
So let's kick things off with the lead for this zone, Ed Stark, who is going to share more about the new chapter's main storyline, including the Forgotten Prince.
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to talk to all of you about the story and the adventures you'll experience in the new Gold Road chapter. I was the lead for the High Isle and Greymoor chapters, as well as the Murkmire DLC, and I'm having a lot of fun adding to the Elder Scrolls universe. Every part of Tamriel is unique and has its own emergent storylines, and Gold Road is no different. The Westweald region lies just east of the Gold Coast. Ruled by the Colovian Count Calantius, it is an independent nation allied to the Imperial forces currently occupying nearby Cyrodiil, and it is under attack. Sweltering jungles replaced a third of the Westweald seemingly overnight. While the Wood Elves in the region seem friendly and as bemused by the situation as the displaced Imperials, Count wants to find out what happened and how he can keep from losing any more of his realm.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, however, this Dawnwood jungle overgrowth isn't the most pressing concern for you and your fellow adventurers. Laramil the Wise, an ally of Hermaeus Mora, is back. She's investigating the reappearance of Athelia, the Forgotten Prince, who was introduced at the end of the Necrom chapter. Laramil reveals that scions of Athelia are searching the Westweald for her, wreaking havoc in the region. They believe that the Forgotten Prince had some connection to the Aliads who once dwelt in the ancient ruins scattered throughout the zone. These scions are desperate to help Athelia recover her memories and powers and show no mercy to anyone who gets in their way. Reality itself is under attack, and no one knows exactly how or why the Forgotten Prince has returned. It's been a very long time in any Elder Scrolls game since we delved into the nature of a new Daedric prince. What effect will the appearance of this long-forgotten prince have on the Westweald, Tamriel, or Nirn itself?
Nirn.
How indeed can a Daedric prince be forgotten? More importantly, how can you, the adventurer, counter Athelia's effect on the Westweald? Well, I'm not going to tell you. At least not yet. You have to play Gold Road to find out.
No.
But don't worry. In addition to the eccentric Laramil the Wise, you have some new and returning allies to help you unravel these mysteries. There's Baragon, ex-adventurer and brother to Evely Sharparrow, and tribune Aaliyah Idolus, a brash Colovian centurion working for Count Calantius. Outside the main story, we're bringing back the vampire Fëanorian of the Ravenwatch, Khajiit investigator Mizik Thunderboots, and a few other fan-favorite allies to also help you in your journeys. There's political intrigue rivaling the tales told in Orsinium and High Isle, supernatural threats on the same scale as Somerset and Greymoor, assaults on the Westweald as powerful as any fiery dragon attack in Elsewhere or Daedric Dark Anchor invasions from the base game long ago. Players can choose how they progress the main story of the Gold Road as well. There's a non-linearity to the questline similar to that presented in Hrothgar and Necrom. You'll have to follow the threads to see just where they take you. And over everything is the threat of the forgotten Daedric Prince and her minions. There's something for everyone, all along the Gold Road. I'm looking forward to seeing how you fare. Good luck and happy hunting in the Westweald.
Since ESO's launch, we've added a ton of new areas for players to explore across all corners of Tamriel and even the Realms of Oblivion. Ed just shared some details about the story in Westfield. So now let's learn about how the team brought this space to life. To tell us more about this world you can explore in the latest chapter, we've invited ESO's art director to share more about this colorful but chaotic part of Tamriel.
Hey everybody, I'm CJ Greb, art director for the Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm pleased to be able to share with you more about the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road's unique zone, the Westfield. For those of you already familiar with Southeast Cyrodiil, this will be the first time you can return to this bountiful part of Tamriel since the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion way back in 2006. The new zone features 3 unique biomes, each with their own distinctive look and feel. In the southeast lies the Gold Road, a temperate environment similar to that found on the Gold Coast. It is home to the region's capital city, Skingrad, the bustling center of the zone and linchpin for the Colovian Imperials who call the Westfield home. Towards the southwest, you can find the Dawnwood. Formerly part of the Westfield, this area is now home to the encroaching jungles of nearby Valenwood. In this part of the zone, you'll discover a dense wilderness climate inhabited by advancing wood elves from the settlement of Vashabar. In the north of the Westfield lies the Colovian Highlands, a mountainous region that is home to an imperial settlement and numerous Ayleid ruins. The Highlands' rocky soil and dry climate is ideal for the region's famous vineyards.
Oh, hell yeah.
When designing this new zone, the team wanted to capture a region undergoing a dramatic change. And generally, we try to make every zone in ESO feel unique, so much so that a player can instantly recognize what zone they're in merely by looking around. Combining these ideas led us to paint the biomes in the bright colors of seasonal change.
That's beautiful.
Highlights of orange, red, and yellow punctuate the Westfield, giving the entire region an autumnal feel.
I love it.
Classic Colovian architecture inspired many of the zone's structures. However, the Colovian Imperials of the Westfield are wealthy and cosmopolitan, so the art team imbued some high-end motifs and designs throughout. Although this, of course, changes the further from Skingrad you travel. As you explore the zone's rolling hills, rocky crags, bustling vineyards, you'll encounter many Ayleid ruins of various sizes and shapes, and have an opportunity to delve deeper into this part of Tamriel's ancient history. We got to have a little fun here as we consider these Ayleid ruins less spoiled than other similar locations you may already have visited. As a result, there are structures and architectural pieces of Ayleid culture you've never seen before. Speaking of things you've never seen before, the dense, humid forests of neighboring Valenwood seem to have taken over a significant portion of the Westfield practically overnight. This consumption of traditional Colovian territory is cause of some concern for the Imperials, as you might imagine.
Yes.
Even more alarming is the Wildburn, a volatile area that separates the Dawnwood from the Colovian Highlands and Gold Road, comprised of sickened, magically twisted land and even more volatile beasts. While the land itself is changing, it is also under attack from a host of new, unfamiliar foes. Daedra, never before seen in the Elder Scrolls, roam the countryside, including Shardborn and aspects of Athalia that herald from the realm known as Mirrormore. And if all of that wasn't enough, the Wildburn has taken to magically corrupting the indigenous beasts of the land, resulting in danger around every turn.
No.
In the Westfield, we've created a beautiful world in flux, besieged by change itself. It's Imperials meet Wood Elves, meet Oblivion, and it's a world unlike anything we've created previously. We can't wait for you to explore it.
Autumn setting with wine.
I always love when we
vineyards.
can share behind-the-scenes info about all the research and care that goes into creating a new zone. Rich, why don't you talk a little bit about what else players will encounter in Westfield?
In addition to the main storyline, the zone contains new delves and public dungeons to explore, side quests to experience, and world bosses to contend with. Everything you would expect from a chapter. There's also an all-new 12-player trial to challenge your group, and the introduction of a new type of world event.
And of course, there's all kinds of rewards that you can find in the new zone, including new item sets to loot and craft, unique collectibles to unlock, and special antiquities to scry and dig up, and a lot more.
And of course, that's all in addition to the new scribing system.
That's right. In previous chapters, we've added new classes like the Necromancer and most recently the Arcanist. We've also added new gameplay systems that we continually update, such as treasure hunting with antiquities, our deck-building card game, Tales of Tribute, even our housing and furnishing system, and of course, companion system, which allows you to bring an ally to fight alongside with you. This time with Gold Road, we're adding a new way to further tweak your builds just how you want them. We know everyone's been waiting patiently for more information on this new system, so let's kick it over to Kira to explain exactly how it works.
Yes, tell us, Kira. I'm curious.
Play Your Way is one of Elder Scrolls Online's biggest pillars, and we're always looking to give our players even more ownership over their characters and their skills. For scribing, our system focus was around roleplay and choice. We wanted to give our players the power to customize skills to enhance their roleplay and have more agency in choosing and creating those skills that are right for them. With scribing, we've created a new ability for every weapon skill line, and a few more. Each of these new skills, or grimoires, has customizable elements that you can swap out to suit your needs while maintaining a fun and balanced experience. Every grimoire has a base function, the thing it always does. For example, the new bow grimoire, Vault, has you shoot the ground with an enchanted arrow, creating an area of effect, and then backflip out of danger, enabling a quick, tactical fire and escape ability. But you can personalize it from here. Every scribe skill also has 3 script slots, a primary, secondary, and tertiary, which allow you to change the ability's specifics. Want to double down on poison or bleed? Set one of those as the primary script of Vault, and now that's the damage type of its AoE. Primaries determine the main effect of the skill and its resource cost. But perhaps you're more of a ranged healer character. Keep it ally-focused and customize Vault with a heal primary and add either a heal over time or stamina recovery secondary for any allies in that area of effect. Secondaries are about individualizing that skill to better match with your build or roleplay. This is where we have more unique effects that tie into the identity of the parent skill line. For example, a unique bow secondary gives the player a stack of the Hawkeye bonus, increasing damage on their other bow abilities for a short duration.
I think this lady's a nerd.
You're able to add a buff or debuff to Vault as its tertiary effect. Perhaps minor maim, minor expedition, or minor vulnerability. That is a lot of ways to customize just this skill, and we have even more scripts and combinations to be revealed in the future. But scribing isn't just a system for tinkering with skills. It's also an exploration into the ancient origins of magic, following the legacy and discovering the secrets of the mage who first learned to manipulate those energies. You'll need to own the Gold Road chapter to unlock the system. One more thing. When we were deep into this customization headspace, we loved the idea of having our skill visuals better reflect our players' roleplay goals, and perhaps feel a bit fresh if they've been playing for a while. When Gold Road and Scribing launch, we'll also be adding a select number of skill styles. These styles are color variants of popular abilities from weapon, guild, and world skills.
I believe
like
that's
Wall
a
of
bear.
Elements, we'll have a new purple version, Trap Beast, orange, and Mage Light, a green option, so that when you equip those abilities, you'll be able to select which version you want to see. By the way, in Gold Road, all of these skill styles will be earnable as in-game rewards. We have a lot more planned for skill styling in the updates after the Chapter 2. We can't wait to share more about scribing and styling with the ESO community in the coming months, and see what new metas, builds, and more come out. See you soon.
Scribing looks like it has the potential to really change the way our players play the game.
We definitely believe it will, and scribing gives our players a level of flexibility with their builds they've never seen before in ESO. The new customizable abilities can be used by any class, allowing players to maximize an aspect of their build or perhaps give them a new way to fill a gap. And the system also provides a brand new avenue to customize their visuals too. We know just how important fashion is to our community.
Well, the good news is you won't have to wait too long to play, because scribing arrives with the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road on June 3rd for PC and Mac, and June 18th for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. And it's available to pre-purchase now. You can visit ElderScrollsOnline.com for more details. Now, as many of you watching might expect, this chapter isn't the only major release in 2024.
There is a lot coming this year. We're kicking things off in March with Update 41 and our newest Dungeon DLC pack, which includes 2 new dungeons, Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vale. These 2 dungeons will have you explore a training ground for the followers of Malakath and a secret vault within the demi-realm of Maelstrom. Both dungeons help set the stage for the upcoming chapter release and storyline. These dungeons will be available in normal and veteran modes and have their own veteran hard mode difficulties with all the unique rewards you'd expect, including new item sets and collectibles. And as always with these DLCs, these new challenges can be purchased in the in-game Crown Store, or they come free as part of ESO Plus.
If you want to first look at these new dungeons, be sure and tune in to our next ESO live stream, as we'll be joined by lead encounter designer Mike Finnegan to share all the details about this upcoming dungeon DLC.
That's not all we have going throughout 2024 either. Update 43, which is scheduled to arrive in August, will be another base game update similar to what we did in 2023, and that includes a host of bug fixes and quality of life improvements, with some pretty exciting features, including something housing related. And finally, Update 44 will close the year out by introducing 2 new in-game companions, and something we're not quite ready to reveal yet, but to all our PvP-minded players, you might want to pay particular attention to this update.
Well, you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for more information on our plans as the year progresses. Okay, we've gone over so much already, but as with any major chapter release, there's a ton of in-game rewards you can get when you pick up Gold Road. Let's find out more about the various additions and pre-purchase rewards for the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road with community managers Jess and Kevin.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess Folsom, ESO's lead community manager, and I'm joined by my fellow community manager, Kevin Boley. We're here to tell you a little more about the new Gold Road chapter, its additions, and pre-purchase rewards.
Thanks, Jess, and hey everyone.
Hello.
As mentioned, the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road arrives this summer on PC and Mac, and on Xbox and PlayStation consoles. However, you can pre-purchase the chapter right now on ElderScrollsOnline.com and unlock in-game items, which we'll cover in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the different versions of Gold Road.
Right. Depending on your history with the Elder Scrolls Online, there's bound to be an edition of Gold Road that suits you. If you're an existing player, the upgrade versions may be just right.
If you're a new or returning player, the collection might be a good fit. It includes the ESO base game, all 7 previous chapters, and the new Gold Road chapter at launch.
Wow.
That means
that's a lot
the
of
collection
stuff,
will
dude.
allow you to begin your adventures in Tamriel right now, and
Right
play
now?
the new chapter once it launches.
Both the Gold Road upgrade and collection are also available in deluxe editions, which includes a bounty of additional in-game items themed around the West
Yo,
Field
Reactor,
and
thanks for the
Skingrad
45 months.
regions,
T-minus
including
7
a
minutes
unique
till
pet,
NASA launches.
memento, outfit style, emote pack, and first of its kind
Is that a new
mount,
game?
all of which are granted at chapter launch.
Whichever edition of Gold Road you choose, there are several pre-purchase rewards you can unlock. These include a striking new costume, pet, and crown crate delivered at launch, and instant in-game access to the spectacular wolf mount.
Kitty.
For a limited time, if you pre-purchase Gold Road, you'll get instant access to this matching wolf pup pet, so don't miss out.
You can pre-purchase the Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road right now on ElderScrollsOnline.com or select retailers for PC and Mac, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Of course, we have a lot of exciting releases,
about my
in-game
Nintendo
events,
GameCube?
and community fun lined up for the Elder Scrolls Online between now and chapter launch too.
I want to play in GameCube.
You'll be able to explore 2 new dungeons launching along with Update 41.
Oh God.
You can get a first look at these
No.
new dungeons
That
and
thing looks
Update
terrifying.
41 by helping us
Have to
test
have
it all on the PC and Mac public test server in just a few days. Then, this spring, ESO will introduce the prologue quest for Gold Road. This free quest line sets up the events of the upcoming chapter and is available to anybody who owns a copy
No
of the Elder Scrolls
Dreamcast
Online.
release? I know.
If you'd like to check out
Ridiculous.
some of ESO's past DLCs and chapters for free, then now is your chance with the ESO Plus free trial, live right now on all platforms. There's also a ton of fun in-game events lined up over the next few months, including the now live Guilds and Glory celebration, then the White Strikes Mayhem PvP event, and of course, the fan favorite Jester's Festival. Starting right now with the Guilds and Glory celebration, you can earn the Moloch Ball Illusion Imp pet, as well as its morphs over the course of 2024. It's the perfect companion to get you in the celebratory mood as we head into the incredible 10th anniversary celebration for the Elder Scrolls Online. To learn more about this year's morphing collectible, check out our preview article on the official ESO website. We've grown in so many ways since ESO first launched, with international community managers across 15 unique territories and 7 officially supported languages. This massive celebration of ESO and its community is our biggest one yet, and it will include many in-person events around the world. As Matt mentioned earlier, the fun kicks off with our first in-person event in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and continues all the way into 2025 with our largest in-person event in the US yet. We hope to see you at one of them. Check ElderScrollsOnline.com for the details on our upcoming Q1 Dungeon DLC, the in-game events, and our 10th anniversary
There's so
plans.
much going on for this game.
We have big things ahead.
We can't wait for you to join us as we celebrate 10 amazing years of the Elder Scrolls Online together.
All right, so let's recap. We've revealed ESO's upcoming chapter, The Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road, and shared what kind of adventures and features you can expect when it launches June 3rd for PC Mac and June 18th for Xbox and PlayStation consoles.
PC Mac.
This includes a new zone, the
mac and
Colovian region
cheese.
known as the West Weald, which is a storyline that features the return of a forgotten prince, Athelia. And of course, the brand new scribing system, which allows you to unlock and customize special skills for all your characters.
And don't forget, ESO Gold Road is available for pre-purchase
gonna play
today.
this? I don't know.
We've got a lot planned for ESO's 10-year anniversary,
start
which
cutting
includes
back
a
this year.
host of in-person events,
Maybe
starting
take
with
a
the
day
ESO 10-year celebration in Amsterdam this spring. Make sure to RSVP if you haven't already done so. From all of us here at ZeniMax Online Studios, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out on our social channels and ElderScrollsOnline.com for more information on everything we've covered today. And don't forget to tune in next week for a first look at Update 41. We can't wait to share more details with you on the upcoming Gold Road chapter, anniversary celebration, and more later this year.
Thanks again for joining us today, and we'll see you all next time.
Bring back the guy from the tavern. He cooked an awesome beef stew and a dessert, and now I kind of want more. Don't you leave. Oh, wow. Oh, IGN's finally done with their stream? Did they talk about any of the other games?
Creatures are so cute. Like that turtle is wearing a helmet,
Big fan of.
doing the voices.
This is a game we've seen quite a bit. Most recently at the Game Awards when we got a new gameplay trailer. Stella, let me go to you first on this one. We did get a release date. Did anything you saw today from Hellblade?
These guys talked about Indiana
up
Jones
your
for like
interest level?
25
Did it
minutes.
take it down at all? Or did you just want the release date? Like, what was your reaction to the Hellblade portion of the developer direct today?
Yeah, so just like you, Ryan, I haven't played the first game yet, but I totally plan to. But no, my excitement has kind of stayed the same for this, just because I know the quality that they deliver, right? Like, we know that they can deliver what they say they can. So for me, I'm not super worried about this game. I think it looks absolutely brutal, and I love that. I am all for any type of like grimy, gruesome game that comes out that really has your character struggling, right? I love that. I love stories where your character doesn't suffer from main character syndrome.
You want me to work
I
18
love
hours
that
a
you're
day?
just another person,
Don't I
right?
already?
You're in this world where there are always going to be things that are more menaces because they're bigger than you, and I really like that. I also want to
I
point
don't
out
even
that
know.
when I was talking
Look, at this
about
point,
what we might see
I
as
can't
the
not be
developer direct for
productive.
this
If
game,
I'm
and I
not
was
productive
totally
and
right.
idle,
Again,
I can't.
with
I can't.
the background that we
I
got
can't
on
do that.
the psychology of
I
this,
can't do
focusing
that.
on the psychosis, and I absolutely love getting behind the scenes footage of the performers.
I don't know how I've
going
I've
around
lost
Mike
my ability
and
to
doing
not
the voices all around for the surround sound, and I think that's really cool. So I have not played Hellblade, so I can't speak to the story of the first one and how it's going to continue into this one, but hopefully I can. Right now I'm working through a backlog of games, so slowly get into it.
Yeah, to your point about liking the fact that she's vulnerable and human and not just like a superhero. One of the developers said during the presentation is they want the player to feel like they always just scrape through the battle, and
I like
I
that.
would say that came through pretty clearly on this. Khalif, how about you? Where'd you land with Hellblade after this?
I just need the game at this point. Everything about this game just screams I want it, and I think massive shout out again to the Xbox team for producing all of these kind of mini vid docs in these developer directs. I think they really do a great job of not only showcasing the game but the teams behind them in such a really profound way. And I think
agree.
you get a really good glimpse of all the work it takes to make a game like Hellblade 2 really come together. I'm a big fan of everything that 3 Lateral has done in terms of the performance capture space, and Epic, what they've been doing with their technology. And I think this game is the one game that you continue to get a chance to see how far we've come from a technology standpoint. And I think it really does have that feather in the cap for Xbox to be able to say, this game is pushing the boundaries of what we usually have seen technology wise.
You guys might be okay with me taking a break, but YouTube wouldn't be.
Day and date whenever it wants.
The algorithm would be angered.
They continue to impress with us, and I just need it now at this point.
Well said. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Stella. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to point out. I see on our Slack that we've been talking about this, and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 will be digitals only.
Is that girl
$49.99? Yeah, that's
gonna punch that mic again?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I wonder if that speaks to the. Go ahead,
sorry. Go ahead, Khalif.
No, I was just going to say, I wonder if that speaks to what the developer talked about this being a shorter, kind of more tight experience, and I wonder if that's the pricing kind of model for that. So
$49 for this guy. I'm gonna play Hellblade. I should have bought that on the Steam sale. I didn't think about that.
The response to it being digital only, I think, has been widely negative from the community, but honestly, I feel like that's the direction we're going. Unfortunate for those who prefer physical media, but I mean, I download most of my stuff these days. So the price point seems great. $49.99 is awesome. And if it's the same length as the original, I thought the original was a perfect length. I don't need every game to be 100 hours long.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah. So sometimes just telling an amazing story, and they go into it further on Xbox Wire, how they really wanted to focus on crafting like the story, the narrative that they wanted to tell. I think that's great.
Yeah. It's news to me that you're telling me about the lack of a physical release, and quite frankly, I'm of the opinion that that's pretty unacceptable for a major first-party game. Like, it's one thing if one of your smaller downloadable games is digital only. I mean, we've been doing that since the 360 with Xbox Live Arcade. But for Hellblade 2, the first game officially ever announced for the Xbox Series consoles that's been in development for a while, that's probably...
the original Hellblades on Game Pass?
Going to be the best looking Xbox game ever once it, how long it holds.
I'll have to add that to the list.
That title belt will remain to be seen, but this is a stunning looking Unreal Engine 5 game with super high production value. For there to not be a physical release, I'm with the community 100% on that's just bad for, it's a bad look. It's bad for game preservation. That's tough. That's some unfortunate bad news to kind of put a little dark cloud over.
That scene looks amazing with them walking along the coast like that.
Top shelf looking, incredible video game that I can't say it any better than Khalif is just like, get that game in my hands right now. Like I'm ready to go. May 21st. So that is coming up very soon. I mean, that's just over 4 months away for Hellblade 2. So
it does. Ryan, sorry to interrupt. It does make me wonder if it gives any more credibility to the FTC leaked document where they talked about delightfully all digital in the future. If this is their first game that is going to go digital only, are we going to see more of that in coming titles? I hope not.
That's a fair point, Destin. I think it's an astute observation, and I mean, the fact of the matter is there's still millions of Xbox Series X's out there that have an optical drive, and there are people that either have a preference for a physical disc or their bandwidth cap on their ISP is problematic, or their download speed isn't great. So yeah, that's tough. That is tough news to swallow on what is otherwise just an absolutely top shelf, stunning looking video game that it seems like it's going to be awesome. Like there's nothing about.
I was just buffering ahead to see what else they talked about. These people spent so much time talking about Indiana Jones that they only talked about Indiana Jones for like
just
80% of this. Then Hellblade.
We got 10 minutes left. Let's talk a little bit about
No
the
mention of
surprise
Aura,
game,
you bastard.
Visions of Mana. I will once again pull up my informal little Twitter poll here. Oh, by the way, I don't think I said for Hellblade 2. That one had the second highest positive response to these informal polls that I did. 58% of people that voted in that one said they loved it. Another 25% said seemed pretty good. Only 12.
It was interesting to just
put you in our developer direct
game that they're going to be tentpole. Yeah.
Just to be clear, before I say what I'm about to say, I think this game, like an anime, very. If
this is
just been unveiled at the Game Awards.
Visions of Mana.
I don't think you're wrong. If gonna closing strategy game.
Yeah.
That's all they talked about. They didn't talk about anything else.
Expectations over with the different games that they were looking forward to. Obviously, we got more in-depth gameplay looks at indie. Well, the first real look.
Ah, those monsters. Absolute monsters. What the hell is this? Oh, they're just showing.
Yep.
To be a light in dark places.
Ooh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. What other games did they show beforehand? What the hell is that? Oh, what? Wait, what? What? State of Decay 3? What the hell? Wait, what? When the hell was this announced? The hell? Just randomly? During during a countdown for the Xbox Developer Direct? What, is this old? I don't... I've never seen that trailer before. Hold on. It takes place after this. Hold on. State of Decay 3 open world zombie game? What was that, like 6 months ago? Did I miss this? I didn't even know anything was revealed. Oh, here we go. I didn't even know a damn thing about this. Uh-oh. A gun would probably be better. Or crossbow. Crossbow's good. Yeah, Game Pass for the win. This will probably be on Game Pass too. I've never even seen the trailer for this. I don't even know there. Well, I mean, there's no gameplay, but I mean, honestly, this trailer could be any game. At this point, there's 13 billion zombie games, and this could be a trailer for any of them. And this could be Last of Us 3. Bear. That's it? No wonder I missed it. It wasn't that great. Oh, that's supposed to be Microsoft Flight Sim. Right here. What was that missed?
The fires, people dying in the streets.
Here's Microsoft Flight Sim. I think in May they're releasing this DLC / update where you can go put out fires and stuff. Yeah, and land on oil rigs and stuff. Aerial firefighting, sweet. You probably fly to the Alps and rescue people out of. Yeah, there you go. The helicopters, gliders, I think are a thing. Yeah, this trailer's from like last year, but I want to see it again. I guess what they're showing here was before the event. Maybe these are all games that are on Game Pass or will be on Game Pass. Because it was, you know, big old Xbox event, so. Air ambulances, agricultural aviation. The beluga. You can land in the Arctic, that's cool. Cool, I didn't know that. Wait, I didn't see this stuff before. Hot air balloons and blimps and stuff. That's gonna be kind of cool. It's going slow through an area. I didn't know about that.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
All right, that's actually cool. Airships and blimps will be cool. Yeah, a lot of this stuff that we've seen before. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I was mistaken about what we were going to see in the event, but I'm glad we got to see a brand new city builder-ish, Civ-ish game known as, well, we saw it before, Aura, but they really went into depth today about what this game will be. I was happy to see that. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a little while. Todd and me are going to go hang out, so thank you very much, everybody, for being part of the Big O stream today. And we'll be back in about an hour. No, actually 2 hours. We'll be back in about 2 hours for our next Big O stream for Age of Darkness Final Stand. We're actually going to be streaming on the main page of Twitch for, I think, New Zealand as well. For Australia? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be here in just a bit for more. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. And I'll see you all in just a little while for our next stream. Thanks again for watching. Daniel, thank you very much for the 31 months, Danielle, for the Raptor Egg membership. Thank you guys for your member milestones. Thanks for all your subs, your memberships, your sub bombs, your super chats, your bits. Exclamation point Twitch, by the way, if you have a Twitch Prime sub or if you are a Twitch Prime member, Amazon Prime, you can spend your Twitch sub over there too. Don't forget to do that. And I will see you all for more in just a little while. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.